All right, everybody, and welcome to another edition of After Hours. I'm your host, Jon Francois, and you're listening to 90.1 FM WECS, broadcasting from Eastern Connecticut State University in Willimantic, Connecticut. Boy, am I exhausted. In fact, I'm surprised that I'm even here tonight. So, yeah, you should thank me for actually caring about you guys and your listening pleasures, whatever they may be. Yes, indeedy do. I want an ear orgasm from you right now. Yes, clearly I'm tired because I think ear orgasm makes sense. But you know what? Even if it doesn't, it's fun to say it this late at night when nobody's looking or watching. Don't you think? Yes, I do think so. As you can see, WECS over here is getting festive with the Christmas decorations, a holiday that I'm clearly not in the mood for. Here's my philosophy about Christmas. I'm not actually in the mood for Christmas until like the week before Christmas. I hate all that crap, where like at 12 o'clock midnight, once Thanksgiving is done and once Black Friday begins, bam, Christmas bonanza, Christmas craze, Christmas orgasms, just, to use that word very heavily tonight. Everybody goes shopping, everybody goes nuts, everybody does the decorations, does the Christmas tree inside. And it really, it really makes the holiday very worn out, if I'm not, being more... Can't think right now. Can't think. Sorry. Let me start that again. It makes the holiday very worn out. It makes it feel very unwelcome, in my opinion. Especially when you have all those radio stations that play Christmas music nonstop from the end of Thanksgiving until the end of Christmas. I think it's unnecessary. I think, since Christmas is a yearly holiday, you might as well make it fresh by waiting until, around the 12 days before Christmas before actually going crazy. Just like that song says, the 12 days of Christmas, my tree bot said to me, I'm just doing that because I don't know the words. Isn't it great to do gibberish? Yes. That's how much I hate Christmas. And in fact, I wish gibberish was a holiday, could take that as, I could take that opposed to the Christmas crap that we're getting. No, don't mean to sound like I'm not in the spirit. I am. It's just that when it comes too early and when I'm not in the mood for it, especially with finals and crap going on, it's just like, But anyway, just wrapped up the performance run of the production that I've been in at Eastern, the theater department, very gracious people. The last days of Judas Iscariot. I'm exhausted because we've done, six shows. We've done 6 shows. The last one was earlier tonight. As I've said before, I play a really energetic character, so basically each night when I'm done, I'm just completely winded, completely hungry, completely ready to just crash. But tonight I said no. I mean, I only have this show and then next week before I wrap it up for the semester. So, thought I would devote my time to you guys as much as possible. The show, it's been quite a journey. I remember when we first did our read-through in late September. That was I remember the director, David, was just like, okay, guys, don't act it, don't perform it, just read it. Let's just hear how the characters and the dialogue sound very simply. And people could not help but acting out those parts, including me, on that day because it was such a vibrant, colorful production. When we finished it up, it was just like, wow, this is going to be a freaking great show. I can't wait for this. After that read-through, there was 3 or 4 weeks of no rehearsal where we did not really keep in contact, so I was kind of thinking, wait a minute, is this show still going on? What's going on? And then I remember I signed up to be an employee for Bath & Body Works at Buckland Hills Mall for their holiday season, and I've put down my availability as every day, thinking that, oh yeah, the rehearsal schedule is not going to come for another 50 years, and then what do you know? I think the same day that I went to the first store meeting for the holiday season employees, that same day I got the rehearsal schedule online, and all of a sudden it's like I'm needed every single day and every single night that I said I was going to work at Bath & Body Works. So I had to switch my schedule around with Bath & Body Works and reserve myself only to the weekends, just so I can be a part of this great production. Because of our short rehearsal process, it did get stressful a lot of times. People did get frustrated with each other, i.e., the director and the stage manager. But it was all in good stride because obviously, if you're not stressing out, that means you're not really putting as much effort as you should be into making this, the best, most effective production possible. People did have a hard time getting off book at some points. People did, have a hard time getting on character at some points, especially me. There are a lot of times where I was walking into rehearsal just like, I don't feel like being energetic. I don't feel like being funny, but I have to, so let's do it. I had to change the way I ate. I had to change the way I drank for a while because it was just kind of like, if I don't have that energy, then David's going to be freaking frustrated and his confidence is going to be like down to the water, as far as this show being good. And what do you know? Like we, came up with 6 great shows these past few days. Thursday was our opening night. I was kind of nervy about that, but that turned out well. We had a great crowd that night. Friday nights, we had an okay crowd. Still kind of nervy because it was like only our second night. Saturday nights, I was really, really nervy because my family was coming by on that night, and I really wanted to impress them. Really wanted to give my all. And look, all I can say is when I finished my performance, I was sweaty, I was winded, I was tired, I was hungry. I felt like I hadn't eaten in 28 days. So I think that's a good indication that I really, really, really gave all I could gave in that performance. Sunday afternoon, it was a matinee, and I was kind of expecting, the crowd and the audience to not be so hot because, usually senior citizens come to these matinees and they're just, old people that really don't give a crap if they are screaming and they are rude during the production. Like literally, while an actor is doing his thing on stage, they'll be like, "What? What did they say? What? I can't hear them. I'm getting out of here." Apparently, we had some old people walking out mid-performance. So rude, but what can you say? I mean, they're at that age where they're just like, I could drop dead at any point, so might as well live life like I really don't care about it. And then we had tonight and last night. At that point, I was just kind of like, all right, the family came by, and we had Monday off, so I was just very relaxed. We've done 4 shows so far, so let's just do it and let's get it out of the way. Of course, tonight, we had some really emotional performers backstage, like, oh my god, it's the last show, like, I can't believe it. And I really don't like to be emotional around these gatherings because it's kind of like, all right, guys, we're not dropping dead. We're not going, to move away to the other part of the country and never see each other again. It's not goodbye. It's see you later. Okay, most likely I'm going to see a lot of you in classes next semester, and even though it looks like I'm not going to be doing a show here next semester, since like the only main show is a musical and I can't sing or dance for my life, it's still like I'm going to see you guys around. Like I switched to a theater major, so I'm like playing a lot of catch up next semester by doing a lot of theater classes. So, don't worry about it. It's going to be, tootsie fruitsy. It's going to be as, sweet as pecan pie. We're going to see each other again. It's not the end of the world. But hey, what can you say about theater, people? I've been acting since the beginning of high school, so that's like spring of 2005. That would be like I think 7 years at this point. So I'm pretty used to the energeticness and the high emotionalness of theater people. They're basically schizophrenics, if you want to call it that. But no, I do love all those people. Great cast, great ensemble. It was, basically like a family. I remember Amanda, one of the cast members, asked me at the cast party, like, oh, if you had to choose someone in the cast that you would do it with, or or if you have a crush on, what would that person be? And I'm like, I mean, I kind of had maybe 1 or 2 people in mind that I thought were kind of attractive, and maybe I would want to hook up with them, but overall, like I said, no, it would be too weird because really it did seem like those people were my second family. Having late rehearsals, what seems like every night of the week, and then just doing it all over again the next day, the next day, the next day, and then doing these shows and just spending so much time together in the dressing room, undressing, and having all the sweat and the stinky socks, and just it really did feel like a close bond that you would never get from anywhere else. So to say, oh my God, like hey hey you person, you seem like my sister, but I'm gonna screw you anyway. It just doesn't seem right to me. Overall, great production. I was very honored to be in it. I got a credit. You know, you can get a credit for performing in a show. It's very helpful as a theater major because you have to have at least like 3 practicum credits. But I think David's being nice to me and only required me to do 2 practicum credits since I transferred here last fall and I just switched to a theater major and I'm really trying to get out of here as soon as possible. So thanks to him for that. What goes on after this? Well, finishing up this semester. But amazingly, next week is going to be finals, and then the week after that, the 17th, will be my last finals, and that final will be from like 11 to 1. So after that, I'm sailing on home. This semester just whipped by very fast, so I'm enjoying it, but I'm also just kind of like, what the hell? Throw me a bone here. A slow motion bone because everything's going too fast. Alright, people, we got a great show for you tonight. I got some B-Day shoutouts coming up later on. I got a game, which is something that I have not done for a while, but I thought, hey, since it's the holidays, might as well do something holiday themed and fun. I'll get to some news. And I'll get to a question of the week, which I haven't done for a while, because Facebook is really retarded with how it just completely erased the questions link that let me give people questions on Facebook, and it was probably the only legit way that people could pay attention to this show online, and now it's gone, and now people just want to see me die. So great story of my life. Alright, we're going to do that. We are going to get to some music. How about we do that? I'll calm myself. I'll do a little shake, get myself warmed up, for getting back on the air eventually. I'll play you some new music. This is going to be from Hunter Valentine. So how about I shut the video off right now for possible legal reasons, and also because you don't care what music I'm playing, because really you're not going to hear it in this video when I post it up online. So bye bye.